What's up, Fit Gamers? Joey B/3 here, back again with a Fit Gamer fight move, and we're going to be looking at Metal Gears Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, one of my favorite games of all time. If you have not seen part 1 of this final fight that we've done already, check it out here or in the description box below. But again, spoiler alert, I highly recommend you go play the game if you have not seen this already or played through the game until the end. It's a big part of the finale. But if you have or you don't care about spoilers, we're going to take a look at it step by step here and break down the choreography as we always like to do. All right, let's get to it. Alright, so you saw there from the gameplay footage and the amazing reenactment me and my clone did. Oh, this guy, thanks, he knows man. what he's appreciate doing, it. right? Seriously, am I right? I'm right. In this particular part of the fight scene, they really start to tell the story between these two characters. They start getting tired, they're not as fast, and now you start even to see a little self-destruction between these characters. They're not really doing fancy martial arts techniques, they're more or less just trying to go all out. And this, again, is like the finale of the series here. So when looking at the choreography, Solid Snake goes immediately for a spinning kick, and he's actually countering Ocelot's punch. It's kind of hard to see in motion, but he's actually countering Ocelot's straight punch there with an elliptical kick from the side as he's spinning. So he comes around and he strikes that punch right out of the way. Next, Solid Snake goes for a highly telegraphed low punch to the midsection. This one could maybe even be a bait because Ocelot blocks that heavily, and now he's using both arms to block that strike. Then Snake comes around over the top, and he goes with either a back fist striking with the knuckles or a hammer fist to the side of Ocelot's head. Right after that, he goes for a side kick either to the chest, neck, or chin of Ocelot. It's hard to see, but it looks like Ocelot reacts and kind of touches his chest, so I'm going to go ahead and say he's striking him right in the collarbone. After that, Solid Snake goes for a jumping roundhouse kick, and Ocelot counters by punching that leg coming in. After that wicked counter of that jumping roundhouse kick, I mean, who counters a kick with a punch? You're gonna break your hand. It looks like Ocelot goes for an overhand punch here, and this is where Solid Snake just uses a basic block here, using his forearm to stop that strike from coming through. Now that highline shot from Ocelot over the top here was highly telegraphed, and it really gets that response from Snake, so it could be a bait, because right after he blocks that strike, Ocelot sees the open line on the inside and goes for a wicked diagonal uppercut. It looks like it actually strikes Snake in the jaw, and then at the same time, since his arm is out here for the block, Ocelot follows through so much that he strikes Snake's arm, and I think that's why it flies off there, and Snake looks at his arm like he's in pain. As Snake is writhing in pain from that shot to the head and arm, Ocelot goes for a double-handed ear slap. After Snake's ears are ringing from that ear slap, Ocelot goes with a straight punch to the highline there. He winds up and really goes for it. And Snake, very, very smartly, goes for a destruction. So he puts up his elbow right in front of Ocelot's target, which is his face, and Ocelot rams his fist right into that spiked elbow. That's a great way to break your opponent's hand and counter them when they're coming in, as long as you have the timing and the range to do so. Now Snake has an opportunity because he sees Ocelot looking at his hand like it's broken, and now he goes up for a jumping diagonal down elbow strike here, and he actually gets countered. Ocelot blocks that strike here with his forearm, making sure that it doesn't come through and hit him in his face, and then from there he goes with a wicked body shot here, coming up basically with a little uppercut there straight to the solar plexus area of Snake. Once Snake recovers from that midsection strike, he goes for a big strike over the top there, trying to knock Ocelot out. It connects with his face. Then Ocelot goes for a big strike and strikes Snake in the face, and they kind of go back and forth here, but Snake gets the last tired strike in there before they kind of break apart and fall over. There are many things that I love about this fight scene. Even though it's highly cinematic, highly unrealistic in many ways, it just tells the story so well between these two characters. And this isn't even the end of it. Kojima is such a masterful storyteller that he lets you see all this skill between these fighters, and then he lets you play as the hero here, Solid Snake, into the gameplay, and you still get to use some of these moves, but now it's in real time and you're actually engaging in the game yourself. But one of the really cool things that I liked was Solid Snake's destruction. You rarely see that in a lot of choreography, and they really emphasized it here. It wasn't like a quick punch and then he put up his elbow. No, Ocelot went back for that strike, and then you see that right there. He strikes, and then Ocelot rises in pain and really shows like how much that can hurt. I also like the contrast of this part of this fight scene versus the first part. The first part, they're kind of testing each other's skills out. You see some high-level techniques in there, along with some faster movements as well. So I like how in the first part, they're highly energetic, but then in this part, they start getting tired, and now it's like a whole different ball game. All right, so there you have it for this Fit Gamer Fight Move episode, or Fight Scene Breakdown, whichever one you prefer, because it's a fight scene within a video game. We will definitely be doing some training from part 1 and part 2, just kind of mimicking some of the movements, trying out some of the techniques. I hope you guys join me for that, get up with me, and train with me. It's a great motivator for me when I know you guys are training, because we want to stay healthy and stay fit. Other than that, we have a lot more things coming here to the channel. I just set up the holodeck and everything, so we're going to be doing a lot more training, a lot more gameplay videos, and some exercise videos that you guys can do right in your own home. So be sure to subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you know when all the live streams are ready to go, or when any video is going to be premiering or uploaded. This is Joey B/3 signing off, and as always guys, game on, stay fit, and keep on training that CQC. I threw a guy over my I threw him over my shoulder. It was a judo. Just play Metal Gear Solid.